So these right here were my very first Dragon Ball Z figures that I ever got. I want to say I was probably like maybe 7 or 8 years old when I got these. I got them from like some bootleg off-brand store, but I was really excited. Man, I used to create the most insane plots and stories for, you know, an 8-year-old, and, you know, looking back, it's like, oh god, I used to be just so silly. But I gotta say that the writing that I was creating at 8 years old with these two figures absolutely shits on the writing of Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Like, holy cow. So it has not been the best of months for Vegeta. We just recently had the Dragon Ball Super Chapter 61 fiasco where fans worldwide, Vegeta was trending because people were very upset and disappointed with how Vegeta was done, and rightfully so, because it's been, you know, non-stop. It's a running gag at this particular point of pulling the rug from under the Prince of all Saiyans. Well, now we got Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I want to say it's Big Bang Mission. They rebranded it and it's like episode 4. And Vegeta went Super Saiyan 3. And fans are going off left and right regarding the transformation because of several different reasons. And yeah, let's talk a little bit about the shit show that is Dragon Ball Heroes' anime.
I say we gonna do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move. That's how it be though.
So in case you don't know, there's an anime that is mainly a promotional anime called Super Dragon Ball Heroes. They recently, I want to say, I don't know if it's supposed to be a sequel or whatnot, but they now call it Super Dragon Ball Heroes Big Bang Mission, and I want to say it's episode 4 that they're on. And in this episode, we got to see the anime premiere, the anime first ever showing, which I don't think is the first ever. I'm sure there's been Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and like the little promos, tiny little promos that they've done in the past, but of Vegeta Super Saiyan 3. And fans, for the most part, are split. On one half, there's people that are like, oh shit, finally, you know, we waited all this time. Then on the other hand, there's people that are just like, why? Why, when there's so many transformations that absolutely dwarf Super Saiyan 3? And to be honest with you, it kind of is true that Super Saiyan 3 at this point in the Dragon Ball franchise and Dragon Ball story is useless. For crying out loud, with the return of the Dragon Ball franchise with Battle of Gods, Goku got absolutely dusted by Beerus in Super Saiyan 3. And don't get me wrong, it's not to say that right now Goku would take on Beerus and absolutely body him or anything like that, but we were showcased that the difference between having God Ki and Super Saiyan 3 was astronomical. When Goku went God form, he was able to give a little bit of a challenge against Beerus compared to like he was just flicked away with Super Saiyan 3. So seeing Vegeta go Super Saiyan 3 is like, there's a part of me, like speaking from my own perspective, there's a part of me that is like, oh yeah, this is so cool. You know, the 10-year-old me would have lost my shit to see that, because I always wanted to a certain degree to see that awesome transformation. One of the things about Vegeta going Super Saiyan 3 that I think most of us would agree is that we just like the look. Super Saiyan 3, the long hair looks really freaking cool. Like, that's the big thing about wanting to see that. So the 10-year-old me inside is screaming, yeah! But then the logical part of me is like, well, why now? It's kind of useless, and Super Dragon Ball Heroes in and of itself is just straight booty. Like, I started off covering it, and I want to say it's been about maybe like over a year now since I last talked about it, and you know, I was like, alright, you know, everybody keeps telling me, yo, Vegeta went Super Saiyan 3, you gotta check it out, you gotta check it out. So I peeped it, I jumped into the episode, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? For starters, it looks like Goku and Vegeta are fighting Colonel Sanders. Like, yo, he came through and Colonel Sanders was putting the beats on Goku and Vegeta. What the fuck? And then Goku goes Super Saiyan 3, and then, like, there was no build-up. It was just horrible seeing Vegeta go Super Saiyan 3, because it was just like, I'm thinking to myself, and at this point, I'm still wondering, like, maybe it was already shown, like, people are just confused or something, because Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 3, and there was no reaction, it was no build-up. It was just like, oh shit, look, Vegeta Super Saiyan 3, cool. And like, nobody even reacted. There was just nothing, no dramatic effect, nothing. It was just like, hey, he's Super Saiyan 3 and it does nothing. So they power up to Super Saiyan 4, and the writing writing is just terrible. Now, there's people that they use the excuse that it's a promotional anime, right? Like, these are only like 8-minute episodes, and a minute and a half of it is dedicated to the opening, so it's really like only about a 6-minute episode. You take out the ending stuff, you know, it's like 5 or 6 minutes per episode, which is understandable to say, okay, you know, it's short things, it's just meant to promote the game or whatever. But let's also throw in the fact that 99% of anime, and I'm throwing a figure out, maybe it's less, maybe whatever the case may be, but majority of anime are meant for promotion. Majority of anime that come out, it's to promote the manga, promote the light novel, promote the source material. So yeah, definitely there's a case to be had that it's short. So what can you really do in these 5 minutes? But at the end of the day, it's atrocious. Like, honestly, there's a reason why I completely stopped covering Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and that's that it's just like, it's bad. It's really, really bad. And, you know, at the very least with the Dragon Ball Super manga, it's like, okay, this is canonical. This is, you know, or whatever you want to call it. Some people say it's not canon or whatever. You know, this is the story that's connected that we will eventually, hopefully in the near future, get animated and is connected to the movies now and all of that shit. So it's like, okay, cool. But with Super Dragon Ball Heroes, there's nothing but just fight upon fight upon fight upon fight. And if you want a quaint relic of like a good laugh and like, hey, that looks cool, then sure, go with Super Dragon Ball Heroes. But in terms of story, like, it is just freaking horrible. And even the battle is just like, what the hell is going on? Like, Goku going Super Saiyan 3 to then go Super Saiyan 4, and they're fighting again what looks like Colonel Sanders, and I'm just like, yo, you know, one of the themes for Dragon Ball, especially ever since like the Tournament of Power that they started implementing was, you know, breaking your limits. Let's break through your limits. You can always surpass your previous maxed out power. You know, you can surpass your limits. And I feel as though the team behind Super Dragon Ball Heroes have definitely been breaking through their limits of how trash they can make this shit. Like, whose 8-year-old child is writing Super Dragon Ball Heroes? Who's doing it? Like, what the? I get it. It's a promo anime. I get it. It's short anime, but there's so many other things they could do. They could do comedy stuff. They could do, like, you know, you want to showcase the powers or whatever. Throw a little bit of gags in there, or some decent amount of gags or something. That's why they do like the chibi shorts of anime, because at the very least there's a good laugh in there. But with this, it's just like, it exists and it's bad. Like, honestly, the Super Dragon Ball Heroes anime has just been a major disappointment. And seeing them implementing Vegeta Super Saiyan 3, which he gets like his ass whipped within seconds of doing it, with no, you know, reaction, no big drum up to it or whatever. Like, it just happens, and then he goes Super Saiyan 4. Like, why even showcase it like that? Why showcase it at all? Like, if anything, if there was going to be a moment since the return of Dragon Ball to have showcased Vegeta in Super Saiyan 3, I feel as though it should have happened in the Dragon Ball Super anime after Beerus slapped Bulma. You know that moment where Vegeta surpassed supposedly Goku for a split second? That would have been a cool thing, even if it was just a one-time deal. Like, don't get me wrong, there was the moment where Vegeta said, I forget where it was, that, oh, why would I even bother with that transformation? It's like kind of worthless or whatever. So yeah, we know that he didn't even care about it. And again, Super Dragon Ball Heroes is just fan service. It's just whatever. But I don't know. It hurts my brain to think about Super Dragon Ball Heroes, especially that Big Bang Mission episode 4, Vegeta Super Saiyan 3. Like, I'm going in there at least hoping like, hey, at the very least, we could get like a really cool transformation moment. Like, Dragon Ball is infamous for having the most awesome, you know, the first time we saw Super Saiyan, when Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. Like, so many great moments in Dragon Ball with the transformations, but this was just like if he was just flicking his nips or some shit. Like, what the fuck, what was that? Honestly, Dragon Ball Heroes, again, it's not even really worth the time. Like, hey, you want to see a little clip real quick of something, then I guess go look it up. But other than that, it's like, wait till Dragon Ball Super comes back with the anime, because like, yeah, it's a waste. I don't even know, man. Like, it's been a bad month for Vegeta, getting Super Saiyan 3 in the most corny way and doing nothing with it and getting his ass whipped. And, you know, before that with the Dragon Ball Super manga, is like, Poor Vegeta, the Prince of Saiyans, gets disrespected again. Curious what you guys think. Have you seen the episode with Vegeta going Super Saiyan 3 in Super Dragon Ball Heroes anime? What do you think about it? How do you feel? Do you feel as though it's worthless? Were you excited to at least see him finally achieve that, even though it's not canonical to anything? Your overall thoughts and expectations for, there's not even no, my overall thoughts and expectations is the next episode and the episode after that and the episode after that of Super Dragon Ball Heroes Big Bang Mission is going to suck and be shit. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy! Also, Vegeta will always get shitted on when it comes to anything Dragon Ball related, because apparently all of the writers, even the people for the shitty promo anime, hate him. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and yeah, poor freaking Vegeta. Like, oh!
Everything good always comes to an end. If you stab me in my back, we can never make amends. Trying to move to acceptance, hard to accept it. Mistakes like mirrors, gotta reflect it. I don't wanna fucking leave, but I gotta leave. Leave the maybes to the crazies. Maybe one day there I go, admitting something in a subtle way. No more copies, leave without a trace.